And one of the things you guys have been really, really, really good at, I think, is marrying historic with lore, with religion. I mean, Secret of Kells, on the one hand, you have this uh, historic, ancient religious book in the Book of Kells,
Yeah.
but you guys really played with a lot of the lore with Ashlyn and those things. But even moving into wolf walkers, you have historic figures like Oliver Cromwell,
Mhm.
but these fantastical things, who really did sort of mandate that let's get rid of these wolves. But you have these fantastical elements of little girls who turn into wolves. How
Yeah.
are how are you maintaining that balance is so well worked out?
I don't know. I mean, I remember early in my career, I met a storyteller I really admired, Eddie Lenihan, and he kind of retells ancient Irish stories for this generation, or at least my generation when I was a kid. He's still going though, so still has an impact. And he sort of felt like these are our stories that we can retell, and he retells them differently every time he talks to a different audience, and he mixes up, St. Patrick with, I don't know, Fionn McCool or Cuchulainn, like an ancient pagan kind of hero. And, he'll throw in references to modern stuff. And he keeps it kind of fun and interesting by mixing everything up and keeping it relevant to the audience. And I think that's what it was for us. We were just sort of kind of, it's kind of the water we were swimming in. It's just kind of our upbringing. And I even feel it for myself spiritually at a certain point. I kind of was very um, disappointed and disillusioned with the Catholic Church, but I was raised Catholic and I looked at the kind of intersection between paganism and Catholicism that I'd grown up with and started to see that there was like a deeper, older truth that was in the teachings that were separate to the organized religion that I'd grown up with. And so I started looking at the older roots of like pagan spirituality that ran through Irish culture. And so I think that weird mixture where we have saints that were originally pagan gods and we have holy places that were originally like fairy forts, but then became like a Christian place of worship and all like that. It all just felt natural to mix all that up with a little bit of a light touch rather than to be too like reverential. And we weren't like coming from that kind of point of view.
Yeah. No, that's very interesting. As I said, it's such an interesting perspective because it doesn't feel irreverent necessarily
Mhm.
as a viewer, but neither does it feel wholesale all in. It's a cool
Yeah.
thing.
We also, as in Didier is very interesting character in that, he's Jewish guy, French guy, very interested in art history and the art history of the church in particular, because that's part of the story of art in Europe is mixed up with the church. And he helped us, the first drafts of the script and stuff before Fabrice came in might have been a bit too Irish Catholic, and he kind of helped us make a more universal story.